Greetings, everyone. This is a LightWorker with another live stream. I know that it has been a long time ever since I did a live stream, so it took me a while to set it up because in the meantime, YouTube had changed a lot of the features, so I had to learn, okay, and I had to navigate through the new way of doing this live streaming. In the meantime, I really appreciate it. There's a few of you guys online right now. Robert, Green Baby, Chef Max. How are you guys? How is everybody doing today? So it hasn't been possible for me to post the usual videos. Therefore, I decided, hey, why don't I do just a live reading like I used to? Okay, and let me see. I already opened the Akashic Records, and let me see what is it that the Akashic Records suggest that we guys do in this reading together. Hello again, Tonya. Okay, let me see. So we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about, they want me to focus first on the rest of November. We are pretty much in mid-November right now, okay? And at the end, I could be taking a question or two depending on what the Akashic Records are going to tell me. If that's the case, and I will be taking questions from the chat, please do understand that the Akashic Records are going to choose to what question to answer. And if you get picked, please stick around long enough so you can chat. Okay, so you otherwise, how am I going to do this reading for you? Hello, Dee, Griffin Scott, Carol. Okay, so let me see what the Akashic Records want you to know for the last 2 weeks of November 2019. They're talking about how this is going to serve as a crossing over, as a breakthrough from one stage of your life to another stage of your life. And they are talking about this is a time of resolution, and you are going to decide what kind of energy, what kind of people, what kind of situation you want to carry with you as you are crossing over into this higher vibrational energy, as you are showering yourself with this energy of light. Please pay attention to little accidents, okay? Particularly your feet, your legs, they're drawing my attention to that. Many of you could have been experiencing a little bit of issue or discomfort with your legs and with your feet. And I also get the sense that there's more than one audience member right now who seems to be having some kind of a grieving issue. And I get a sense how, as we, as human beings, are getting ready to prepare for the new year 2020, for the new decade, it's important that we understand that this entire upcoming decade, 2020 up to 2030, is so very important. And 2020, it's going to be yet the most powerful year of your life. They would like me to help you to manifest, and they are asking you to rewatch this video a few times because you are going to find it most useful. It's very important that you come up with a list. You write down a list of your fears. You write down a list of your worries and concerns, because a lot of us, me included, we cannot manifest and attract the best of the very best until energetically we learn not to still carry, okay, what has not been working so far. So for those of you who maybe it's possible to grab a pen and a paper, okay, or maybe take notes on your cell phone, they're saying that we need to focus on making some kind of a list, okay, focusing on making a list with everything that maybe has been a difficult situation for you, and maybe you are still affected by it. It doesn't matter how long ago it was. And they want me to start talking about abuse, any forms of abuse that you have experienced, okay? Because no matter how much you try to deal with it, subconsciously, not subconsciously, there's still a little bit of that lurking around, okay? Because there's abuse in different forms. Government can abuse you, a spouse can abuse you, mental abuse, caregivers can abuse you. So start by looking deeply into yourself. Is there any form of abuse that you have experienced? Maybe you had a very mean boss and you felt abused because, as I said, abuse comes in different forms and shapes. So please write down those situations or that person who made you feel abused in whatever shape or form, even physical abuse. Okay, that's going to be the first category, abuse, whether it is emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, or other forms of abuse, even being taken advantage of. Okay, so that's going to be the first category when you're going to write down fears and you're going to make a list of it. Okay, and I'm going to write this down too. So we're going to basically, the first step to manifesting is we're going to learn to let go. Okay, and then in the future, I will be doing a second part, okay, where after we learn to let go, we're going to learn to build that trust, okay, and to better prepare ourselves to manifest or to open up to what the universe wants to bring to us. Okay, the second category, so the first one was abuse. The second category is going to be your fears, whether these fears are just a friction of your imagination or based in reality, it does not matter. Maybe you are afraid of vampires and this is not a realistic fear. It doesn't matter. Maybe you are afraid of losing your home, and even though you have a steady, solid job and plenty of money at the bank, this is still a fear that you have. It doesn't matter. You are going to write that down, okay? Fear of being sick, anything, okay? Anything that is important for you to write, you're going to address it in the second category. Okay, this could be a short list, this could be a long list that goes on for pages and pages. Do not judge yourself. The third category is going to be about people who have negatively affected your life. Okay, this could be a family member, this could be people you have been married to. It doesn't matter how long ago that was. Maybe nothing connects you to that person anymore. Okay, but it is a person that maybe challenged you in some ways, or maybe you are not comfortable being around this person. You are going to make a list of that. Okay. So the third category is going to be people who negatively affected you. Okay. The fourth one is going to be specifically about your health, okay? Anything specifically about your health that maybe you are most afraid of, your physical body, okay? Things, maybe you are afraid that somebody's going to attack you and harm you physically. You're going to write that under the fourth category, fears around your health and your physical body, okay? So don't judge yourself as you do this. The fifth category is going to be money, okay? More specifically about situations around money that stress you out, that make you feel fearful. Okay, could be a specific situation, could be about money in general. Okay, it doesn't matter. Start writing things down under the fifth category. So money issues or money fears, however you like to label this category. Okay. The sixth one is going to be legal. Okay, the sixth category is going to be legal. Whether you are currently dealing with a legal situation, or maybe 20 years ago you dealt with a legal situation and that was so scary for you. It doesn't matter. Currently, that anything that you are dealing with, or maybe that you have dealt in the past, anything that falls under the legal category, divorce, separation, child's custody, lawsuits, immigration, citizenship, international traveling and getting a visa. So anything, criminal law, anything that falls under the legal category. You're going to write down all of your fears. And even though you may have gotten over certain fears because maybe you have dealt with that legal situation, you are still going to write that down. Okay. The seventh one is going to be your fears, your concerns, your worries in regards to your love life. Okay, whether you are currently single and you have fears around that, or maybe you are married, okay, and you still have fears around that. Your marital status or relationship status doesn't matter. Everybody has some sort of a worry or concern, okay, about love. It could be, for example, like, I fear that I'm never going to be loved, or I'm afraid of rejection because people don't love me. Okay, rejection, if you are experiencing issues with rejection, okay, is going to fall under the seventh category of love. You're going to list it there and you are going to write it down. Okay, and the eighth category is going to be fears, concerns about your future. Maybe you are dealing a lot with insecurities right now, things that are not up to you. You don't know what life is going to throw your way. Okay, uncertainties, anything. Maybe you have a goal, but you don't know how to reach that goal. Maybe you are uncertain about your future. Maybe you do everything laid out for you and you have this plan and you know how to get there. It doesn't matter. The eighth category is going to be your future, the vision for your future, and you're going to list in there any worries, concerns, or fears that could be related to your future. Maybe you are afraid that something from your past, okay, may still show up and is going to affect your present and your future. So please try to address that. Okay, so allow me to recap for those people who maybe came later in the chat. In order for us to manifest, and the Akashic Records want me to teach you how to manifest, we first must learn how to let go. We are not going to be able to manifest until we learn to let go. So when we manifest, there's two ways we can do this. Okay, either you're going to teach you how to be open and accepting, because the universe has this higher plan for all of us, or the divine, or God, however you like to call it. It's still the same source, it's still the same thing. So if you are blocked, okay, how are you going to receive all the blessings that are intended for you? You may have your ideas, but there's always God with even a bigger, better, and brighter idea for you. So this is going to teach you how to open up to your affluence, to your higher calling, to the best life that is intended for you according to God's law. okay? Or you are going to learn, you can go even a step further and learn how to manifest specific things that you want to attract right now. So I'm going to say hello again to a few people: Olivia, Josephine, Alison, Linda, Deb, Kim, Mary, Rebecca, Dee, Artemis. So again, in order for us to manifest the first part, and as I said, I'm going to make a second part in a different live stream later on. You're going to learn how to let go, and we're going to make this list, okay, with these 8 categories. Just to recap, the first category is going to be abuse, okay? Any issues, concerns, fears that you have currently or you have had in the past with abuse, okay? Emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, or other forms of abuse. Because as I said, a government could abuse you, a company, okay? And that's completely up to your perception. If that's how you feel that this falls under the category of abuse, that's where you're going to write it. Okay, there's no right or wrong here. It's completely up to you. The second category is going to be like your most scariest of scariest fears, like, okay, whether this fear is based in reality or it's just exaggerated in your mind, okay, the worst fears. Okay. Hello, Liz. Hi, Akani again. Ava. The third category is going to be a list of maybe people who have negatively influenced your life. People that currently you are dealing with, or even people in the past that negatively affected your life. The fourth one is going to be any fears, concerns, worries in regards to your health and your physical safety. This could be anything that currently you are dealing with, or maybe things that you dealt in the past that affected your health or even your physical safety. The fifth one is going to be about specifically money issues. Again, money issues, situations, fears, concerns, worries that you are currently dealing with or that you have dealt with in the past. It doesn't matter whether you resolved it or not, you are still going to list it under this category. The sixth one is going to be anything that you are currently dealing or in the past you have dealt with in terms of a legal situation, laws, courts, immigration, the justice system. Okay, the seventh one is going to be love, any fears, concerns, worries about your love life. And again, if you are dealing with any fears of rejection, you are going to list that under the love category. Okay, love, whether in a partnership that you have, in a relationship, in a marriage you have, or in a one that you want to have. Okay, anything around love. And the eighth one is going to be any fears, worries, any goals that maybe you have for your future. So anything in regards to your future vision. Take your time with this. If it takes you days to complete it, then that's how you're going to do this, okay? But make sure that you have expressed everything, you have written down everything, no matter how small of a fear or no matter how big of a fear it is. So if it takes you 8 days, a week, a month to complete this, that's what you're going to do. If it takes you an hour, more power to you, but take your time with this, okay? Take your time. And if it takes you, like, some of you may end up writing a whole notebook, okay, all in with these fears and concerns, and it's okay. For other people, it could be 2 or 3 pages, okay? Again, there's no rules to this. After you're done with everything and you feel that you have written down everything, maybe you don't know how, maybe you feel like, oh, I wrote this in a wrong category. It doesn't matter as long as you express it, okay? You don't have to be that nitpicky about it. After you are done with it, it's very important for you to read this list, each and every category, out loud to yourself, okay? And also you are going to notice, okay? Take a mirror, do this in front of a mirror, or maybe you have a camera on your phone. And as you are reading this list, notice your face, Okay, what kind of a face are you making? You can even draw, or the feeling of, if you are very good in drawing or painting, you may draw yourself, or you may draw, that feeling that everything makes you feel as you are reading this list out loud. When you are done with it, all you have to do is just read it once. If you want to read it 2 times or 3 times, that's good too, but you only have to do it once. And after you are done with it, okay, you are going to destroy this list. Okay, you can tear it, you can burn it, you can shred it, you can throw it in the trash. However you want to do this, however you want to destroy it, as long as you keep yourself safe. Okay, so you are going to destroy this. Okay, and as you are destroying this, it's very important that you take 8 very deep breaths. 1. So when you take deep breaths, imagine to breathe in the light with your nose, and when you breathe out, you're going to breathe out with your mouth, and you imagine like you're breathing out all of the darkness, all of the negativity. So you need to have 8 consecutive breaths at the least, okay, as you are destroying the list. After you destroy this, you are going to drink a full glass of fresh water, okay? And they are specifying no tap water. It could be filtered water or purified water, okay? And you're going to sit down, okay? You are going to, again, breathe in, breathe out. Imagine like you're breathing in the light and you're breathing out the darkness, and drink that full glass of water and stay in that energy at least for 10 minutes, okay? And after 10 minutes, you get up and you go on with your day, and you never ever think about it, okay? And that's how you're going to do this. The first step of manifestation is to be able to release, to let go, okay? If you feel guilty about something, or if you have any regrets, once you start to make the list, it's going to be very clear to you where to that fear, that grief that you may be carrying, or regret, or any guilt or shame that you may be carrying. And if you feel that you need to have a specific category for that, then you go ahead and add a specific category for that. For many of us, it's very important that we do this in the next 2 weeks of November, because the next 2 weeks of November are intended for all of us to touch in that vibration when we get to manifest, okay? Where everything is going to be easier to deal with, almost like magic. Okay, so it's important that you find a way to feel reconnected with yourself. Okay, so this is not just collectively for all of us, this is also for you as an individual. So take advantage of the energies in the next 2 weeks of November, from November 15 up to the last day of November, and try to do this exercise. Okay, because something is going to shift, something is going to change. Is going to change in the way how you have been dealing with your emotions, and emotions that maybe you are not aware that you are still carrying, and you don't need that emotion anymore. Okay, so you got to break that resistance, okay, that wall, okay, those boundaries that are not allowing you to manifest. You got to break it down from within. Okay, so that's going to help you with that. It's the same thing that you would do if you were to be in therapy with a therapist. Okay, it's going to feel like this intense therapy, but you are the therapist, and you are giving yourself therapy. Okay, so that's how you're going to do this. And if you are not able to complete it in the next 2 weeks of November, that would be ideal. But if you cannot, at the very least, start sometime in the next 2 weeks of November, from November 15th and on. The Akashic Records, some time ago, they did ask me to create 2 special packages for my audience. They asked me to create a VIP Express package. The first package is $250 and is going to include 2 services, an energy clearing and an Akashic reading. And I'm going to throw in it also an additional 30 minutes of a service, a reading of your choice. And if you are not sure what to choose, allow me to give you a few pointers. What would be the extra bonus service that you would mostly benefit? This service is going to be done in the same day, okay? And it's going to be rendered to the same person. So it could be around 3 hours or so. The second VIP Express service is $400. It includes 4 services, an energy clearing, an Akashic reading, 2 additional, so the other 2 services are going to be completely up to your choice. And I'm going to throw in it something extra based on whatever is going to transpire from your readings and your sessions. Okay, and for that one, maybe you need to put aside maybe 4 hours or even a little bit longer. Again, it's a service that is going to be rendered to the same person during the same day. And as I said, I'm acting based on the advice from the Akashic Records. This is what they told me to build for my audience, and this offer is available to you for November and December. I'm going to link the information down here in the description box somewhere. You can go to my website, www.amalightworker.com, or you may email me directly at amalightworker@gmail.com. Okay. Yes, for those of you who are live right now, and maybe you cannot take notes, after I post this on YouTube, okay, you're going to be able to stop it, to pause it, so you can take the proper notes, okay? Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath now, because that's how energy moves, through breath or through drinking water, and I'm going to do that right now. And then I may answer to a few questions. Please understand that the Akashic Records are going to decide what question to address right now, okay? And where is necessary, they're going to let you know that that's all they're going to share, because this is a public space, and any private information, every private thing, they're going to be like, if you need to know more, then you need to contact me. Private. Yeah, bottled water is okay. I'm answering to a question from Akoni. Okay, so I don't see anybody typing a question. And on the other hand, the Akashic Records are saying that if there is anything that one of you must absolutely know, I'm going to call your name. So let me see. They are asking me to scroll back and see previous comments, so I'm doing that right now. Okay. All right. Let me see, what is it? So please type a question at this point. So Akoni, doing this list where you're going to write down all of your fears is going to help you to release those factors that contribute to you feeling a little bit depressed. So it's one way for the Akashic Records to help you with. And also understand that YouTube automatically withhold something for review, or it's not going to be public, or there's something weird happening right now. There's somebody who sent a message, but I'm not allowed to see that message. YouTube is kind of hiding that. Okay, so Adrian Carl Stenson, who is trying to conceive. I get the sense that the way you are trying to conceive, that needs to change. You are asked to look at other forms of treatment. Now, with the legal and the medical question, I need to send a reminder to everybody that the advice coming from the Akashic Records cannot substitute the advice from your doctors or lawyers. This is purely coming from the Akashic Records for a spiritual perspective. Because I have a sense of a little girl, okay, but how this little girl will get to you in your life is going to be done through a different course of treatments. Not so much on holistic treatment. I get a little bit more of like the traditional way of medicine to help you with the fertility, but look into maybe a different course of treatment, because for you, I get something in the next 2 years. Okay, it feels like a long journey, and you have to be very, very, very patient. Okay, you got to give your body regular breaks from fertility treatments here and there. I hope that this is making sense to you. I don't know if you are still online, therefore I cannot give you a proper reading. Please understand that I cannot give you a proper reading because you're not here talking to me, typing, or even talking to me. So I hope that that makes sense to you. Anita, your spirit guides want you to know, and also the spirit, okay, not just your spirit guides. It's very important that you learn to slow it down a little bit and you stop being so demanding toward yourself, okay? Focus on doing one thing, focus on doing one step. Generally speaking, with many things in your life, you are headed in the right direction. You have a very good feeling, even intuitively, about where you need to go, what path you need to choose, how you need to proceed. But you, even though you don't understand this message right now, okay, because you want to do so much, okay, so right now they're like, take it a little bit easy, slow down, give yourself a break, okay, make sure that you rest, okay, and only focus on doing one thing at a time, accomplishing one thing at a time, or if you're doing anything with steps, so that requires one step at the time. And I get a sense of the guilt that you carry. It's connected to all of that pressure that you seem to put on yourself, okay? So don't hold yourself so responsible all the time. And here's another thing that they want you to know, Anita. Don't always take life so seriously. Okay, so they're leaving you with that. For Rose 1888, 2020, they're telling me that it's going to be emotionally different, okay? But they would like for you not to compare the future 2020 with 2019, because they simply are telling you that it's going to be different. It's not about worse or better, but they're saying there's going to be a lot more good things happening to you in 2020 than in 2019. That doesn't mean that life is going to be easy breezy, but it's definitely going to be better. Bahareh Bahime. Should I leave my country and move to LA? You are in the middle of moving, but not sure. I have a sense that after March 2020, you are going to be thinking a lot more clearly. So that decision, whether you should move to LA or not is going to be easy, because right now to you it feels like it's an issue of where you should live, specifically in LA or not. But from the higher perspective, it feels like the moment you are in peace with your decision, okay, then whatever decision you make, the moment that you are in peace with it, okay, then destiny or good fate is going to follow. So it's not about where you're going to live, as long as you are in peace with the decision that you are going to make. Kate, your motivation is connected. Kate Turners, your motivation is connected to your joy. If you want to get your motivation back, you have to make sure that you are experiencing more joy. And for right now, in the immediate future, they highly recommend for you to give yourself plenty of chances to laugh. If a movie makes you laugh, go see a movie. If dancing makes you laugh, they go on a dance. And if seeing family, reconnected with old friends makes you laugh, whatever makes you laugh, whatever cultivates joy in your life. Your lack of motivation recently is connected to a little bit of that sparkle maybe fading away. And I hope that this is making sense to you. Kim Lovejoy, the message for you is not connected to your health or to your love. They're talking about the grief that you are not able to understand, that you are still carrying around, and the regret. So it's grief and the regret. Because even when you regret a choice, okay, you grieve for what could have been. And besides that, there's also other things connected to your grief, okay? So it feels it's like very soon you're going to find a completely new sense of freedom. They're talking about emotional freedom. They're talking about a sense of freedom that you have never known before. And that's what's going to change for you in a positive way. VG Kush, do you see any promotions for me? I kind of see something similar, not directly a promotion, because it's kind of connected to a different department. So promotion could be like a raise or a higher title for you, but for some reason I get a sense of a different department, or maybe you moving from in a different department, or that promotion could be offered to you out of nowhere from a different department. Mary, I don't know if I can say your last name correctly. Stehlik? Any messages from my spirit guides or angels? Does my husband have any messages for me? Does that mean that your husband has passed away? Because for some reason, the moment my eyes notice your name, I keep getting the kitchen, and I keep getting people cooking or something being cooked. I don't know what that means for you, because whatever I'm saying, it doesn't make sense to me. It's only intended to make sense to you. And I get a sense of memories of family gatherings, and it makes me very warm, that good warm feeling in my heart. I get a sense of either a birthday or an anniversary, or even both of them coming up. And I get a sense that he's saying, celebrate. Okay? It's like changing your perspective on life. He wants you to celebrate his life. Okay, rather than he's that focus on celebrating his life, his legacy. And again, as I said, there's some birthday or anniversary coming up, or could be both a birthday and a anniversary. So get into this celebrations and festivities. So Kim Joy says that whatever I told her makes a lot of sense to her. So I'm doing my best here, guys, to go, through the messages. Carol, okay. It feels like where you are headed at this time with healing arts is good, but I get the sense that very soon you are going to discover something else that is going to draw your attention, you're going to feel a lot more passionate about. For some reason, they are asking you to do a numerology on yourself. If you don't know how to do numerology yourself, maybe you can hire somebody or you can just go online because there's plenty of free numerology reports online. For some reason, they want you to focus on that for a little bit just to get a better understanding of your numerology report because that's going to help you to understand something else. So healing arts are good, but I get the sense that you're going to expand a little bit for pure fun and joy, not necessarily to be like to service to other people, but look into anything that has to deal with numbers. If it's not numerology per se, maybe it could be something else that involves numbers and predictions. But so far, Carol, I have a sense that you are doing all the right things. Wild fate. Now, for you personally, she has a question about why does she sees 1111. So what I'm about to say doesn't mean that everybody who sees 111 is the same thing, but for you, I get the sense that your soul is craving for endings and new beginnings. You want something to change. You want something new. So that's your soul telling you that you need to change things a little bit. Okay. Change your outfit, change your hair color, change the way how, don't always drive the same way to go to work. Okay, go a different way. So incorporate some change into your daily life. Do things differently. So that you can manifest this new beginning. You have a great opportunity right now to manifest when these numbers 1111 keep appearing to you. Okay, for Ariane Carlstensen, she also has now questions about repetitive numbers, like 5s and 9s and 2s. So for you personally, not for everybody who keeps seeing the same numbers, your soul is craving stability. And until you feel stable, okay, you have that sense of stability that you are craving for, you are going to keep seeing these repetitive numbers, okay? So anything that you can do that is in your power to feel more stable financially, emotionally, with your living circumstance, with your friends, colleagues, projects, anything that is in your power, okay, to keep your life steady and grounded. It's about grounded. More so than being steady, it's about your need to feel grounded. Oh, Carol is confirming something that I said. So she works with angel numbers and channels angels. Okay. I'm asked to go back to some messages. I don't know why. So Adrienne Carlstensen, if I'm saying her name correctly, she's confirming her need for stability. Heal this life and Z. She has a question whether she's going to have a new job or a career before she retires in 11 years. For you, for some reason, I get the sense of a business. Now, I don't know whether currently you do have a business, but I have a sense like something small that you already have on the side or you're going to develop on the side. So even after you retire, you're going to find ways to keep yourself busy, either with this business, or I get a sense of a garden and helping others. You're a community person. You're going to very much be involved in community affairs and community activities. Okay. Reynalda Johns, what message does my guides have for me? Okay. So I'm going to start with your sister. I have a sense that whatever you are experiencing, not all of it, but a huge portion of it is connected to how you felt that your life was disrupted by the sudden loss of your sister. When it comes to your sister, so I don't see her face, but she's appearing to me as a person who always had this big, beautiful smile, okay, in her face. And I have a sense that where she is now on the other side, she has crossed to the light, and she's doing a lot of learning and reading on the other side, because she's saying is like she's catching up on her reading and other things that maybe she never had a chance to study or to learn. She's very calm and she's very even, and specifically she wants me to use the words I feel very even, if that makes sense to you. You have been single not because there's two things here. One of the things is certain planetary placement in your astrological charts, okay? And the second thing is that you have closed your heart a little bit. You have every reason to attract attention, to attract whoever you want to, but because you are a little bit closed, your heart is a little bit closed, you are not able to see and understand that your heart is a little bit closed. So I have a sense of you. For you, they highly recommend some form of therapy, okay? But I also get the sense of you working with somebody who it's either going to do Reiki on you or is going to do some kind of a therapy that involves colors. There's different healing forms with colors. Look into your area, okay? Anybody who provides those services, because it's going to help you a little bit, okay? And I get a sense of whatever planetary movements, placements are in your astrological chart, very soon that's going to change. That's going to change because I get a sense of you traveling and connecting with people in one of your travels, and eventually going out with this person that you are going to meet in some kind of a travel. You may not even be planning on traveling, but it's going to happen. You are not lost, okay? You are just closed. So substitute the word closed, and that's why it feels lost. You feel lost because you don't feel that connection with your own self. I don't know if you are able to comment, okay? Please understand that I'm trying my best. If I don't see you typing, I don't know if this is making sense to you. And I also get physical activity, anything that you can do where you get to exercise with other people, like with a group of people. If you could join maybe like a Zumba class, a salsa class, or some program where everybody shares the same trainer, and the same personal trainer trains everybody. That's the sense that I get for you right now is going to help you. And these are stuff that you don't have to spend money on it. You can just, have a group of people join them when they exercise, or you could be the one organizing this. I have a sense of your talent for creativity. If you want to be unlost, look into, your creative expression. What is it creative about you, and what you can do to channel that? And you can be very good with words. Maybe you don't see yourself as being very good with words, with written words, but this is a talent that you have. And until you learn to embrace your creativity, and what's the best form of creativity for you? Writing, reading, dancing, painting. Incorporate some creativity in your everyday life. Styling your hair could be creative. Make everything creative, particularly in the next 2 weeks. Something creative every day in the next 2 weeks, and that's going to help you so much to feel reconnected with yourself. You're not going to feel so lost. It's going to help you to make your job be more easier. Okay, I have a sense that it's not about your work. I feel that you are in the wrong profession. Okay, because even if you change your job and it's still in the same area, that's how you're going to feel. So eventually, when you are ready, I have a sense that you are meant to do completely a different profession. You are meant to work with people and help them do some kind of a therapy or psychoanalysis with them. You're meant to help people through therapy sessions or with other things. Okay, you're going. It will show up for you. Okay, so it will show. It's going to be very clear to you. Okay, when is the moment where you need to change that career? Oh, I hope that that makes sense to you. Now I see your comments. Yes, so in order for you to start your own business, I have a sense that first you're going to figure out what service you can provide, that you are very good at it. And then the business is the second aspect of it. First is you figuring out your profession, and the business is almost going to happen by accident. Look into, you could be very good in also advertising for other people. I don't know the specific name, what we call them now, but some people need like publicists and people who is going to promote their businesses. Look into that too. You're going to be surprised that, hey, you're going to find some kind of a talent for that as well. Now, Francine Fortier, any messages from your brother in heaven? The moment I noticed your messages, I got a sense of an airplane. I don't know what that means. Okay. If you are still there and that means something to you, I got a sense of an airplane, and I keep hearing that now I can breathe, or now he can breathe better, and he's not in some suspense up in the air anymore. But you are emotionally. That's how you feel. I hope that this is making sense to you. So I don't think I'm getting anything else from Francine here. Okay. So Chef Mugs, should I buy the farm I saw last week? The kind of farm that I see in my images for you, it's a farm that it's not like the typical farm. It's not a big farm. It's relatively a small farm. And I get the sense of this farm catering directly to restaurants in the city, restaurants who are looking to buy natural, organic grown, locally grown produce. I have a sense of, a restaurant who wants to grow their own vegetables, and that's where you come in. That's the image that I have for you. I have a sense that I don't get a sense that you're going to be the only owner of this farm. That either you have family that's going to help you with this or some kind of a partner. So that's the kind of farm that I see for you. I don't know whether this is the farm that you saw last week or not, but I get a sense that whatever farm you buy, you're going to end up directly supplying restaurants in the area. So it's going to be like a new form of farming or a new kind of farm. Carolina, any messages from your fiance? I have a sense that you kind of had a feeling that he was going to pass away, regardless of how and the circumstances he passed away. You kind of knew that something was going to happen, because I get the sense of the moment you knew, you felt that something wasn't okay. It's like your heart broke in half. That's the sense that I get. You just didn't know why. What was that feeling you were experiencing? I get a sense of a mother, but I don't know whether he's referring to both mothers, his mother and your mother. Okay. Carolina, I have a sense that if your mother is still alive, because understand, I do not know you. The Akashic Records know you, but I don't know you. feeling closer to either a mother or somebody who to you is like a mother, could be an aunt, could be an older friend, is going to help you. Is going to help you because you do open up only to people with whom you feel extremely very close. And what you need right now, okay, you just need to open up to somebody with whom you feel very familiar, very close to. And I have a sense of this fiance, he's deciding to show up in this reading in a suit. And he's doing this. He's like, do I look good? Do I look good? I don't know if this is meaningful to you or what it means, but he's choosing to come to show up in this reading with wearing a very nice suit. And I get a sense of he's very soft-spoken and he's very sweet. Okay, so I think I'm going to close it right now. That's all I have for today. And for those of you who got the reading and you want to know more, of course, please do email me, amalightworker@gmail.com, or go directly to my website, www.amalightworker.com. Sorry, I'm just scrolling back and forth with the messages again. Okay, so please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, do email me, do contact me for a reading, and also to take advantage of the November-December special offer, the VIP package level 1 for $250 and the VIP package for $400 level 2. These are meant to be a one-day express service. So that's the sense that I get for all of you right now. So Tonya, I don't know if I gave you a message or something. I don't know if you were listening the whole time, but for you, I get a sense that whoever you have on the other side, okay, they want you to still be happy. So they're saying when you sit on a table, whether it is a celebratory table, a gathering, a holiday, don't be sad. They want to see you happy, okay, among friends or family. Every time you go out and you're sitting on a table with people, to smile and to be happy. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Tonya. So whoever you have on the other side, they always admired your smile. Now, I don't remember now whether that was a brother or you have more than one person on the other side, and they all are referring to your smile. They would they would love to see you smiling more. For the person who fears revenge by someone he or she opened up today, how about you write down those feelings? Instead of acting on your revenge, just writing down and living that fantasy through your writing, it's going to help you to release that so you don't act upon it. And you are misinterpreting the revenge by fear. That other person also feels fear. You feel fear, but sometimes, when that situation is intense, we have a tendency to misunderstand revenge by other feelings. So write down anything negative about the person or the situation, and it's going to help you to release all of those emotions because you feel that pressure right here in the chest is like, okay, nothing bad is going to happen. So don't feel whoever this person is not going to do anything to stop you or block you in your life. Okay. Okay. Oh, good. So Tonya saying that she's smiling the whole time. So the person may be benevolent, but the reaction, your reaction, or the reaction may not be. So, in order for you to release whatever you are carrying, it's going to help you to write down those negative feelings. You're going to be surprised by what a calming effect is going to have on you the moment you start keeping a daily diary or a journal and you start writing those feelings down. Oh, I see. You had two people who passed away in such a short time. I'm referring to Tonya, who lost her mother's husband in less than 3 months, and then her brother 3 weeks ago. So, my condolences. You must be a very brave person to still be able to smile. I don't know if you're seeing anybody, Tonya, but for you, I got a very strong sense. If you're not seeing anybody right now, I have a sense of a very loving man showing up for you. And he's just genuinely going to be in love with you. A very warm man. He's going to keep you grounded. I have a sense of love. Things again, I don't know you personally, so I don't know whether you already have this person in your life and things are going to go even better, or very soon you're going to meet this a very loving and generous man, because they're telling me that this man is going to have a very loving and generous heart. So I only got that clear message for that one person. If I don't get a clear message or any clear vision for anybody, I'm not going to confuse anybody or myself, so I'm not going to say anything. And again, the Akashic Records are choosing who to answer to right now. So I'm going to have to end. And again, remember, I'm going to do a part 2 to this live stream because this is about teaching how to manifest. And the first step was to let go. Answering to questions online was just a cherry on top. So again, go to my website, www.amalightworker.com, and email me at amalightworker@gmail.com if you like to book a session, if you like to benefit from the November, December special offers that I have right now. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.